Hey there, everyone. How's it going? We are back on Rumble, and I'm so sorry for the last live stream, but get ready. I hope you have your armor with you. We are back on the Rumble platform, hoping to grow my channel. So, what you're going to witness here, and I'm saying at ease and with confidence, you're going to witness the first and probably only ever real moon landing that was ever shown to the public. I have spacecraft in my footage. I have spacecraft more than one. I'm going to show you two videos that I've shown you before, but that I've never shown you together. I showed them recently. Kai, Darla, you guys will recognize it. I'm sure you're going to appreciate the way I'm going to show it to you and what it's going to prove because Japan, I don't believe they landed on the moon. There was no moon landing. We were going to look at it, all of us together right now, but we weren't able to. Welcome, people from Rumble, people from Twitter. As always, Twitter, the saviors of this channel. And of course, the YouTube family. Thanks, guys, for keeping the support and the energy up, high leveled up in the, forgot my lights, up in the, I hope everyone's doing okay, okay. And also Susan Ravella and everyone, I hope you're all top shape. And of course, people don't always have time to come to streams either. So that's totally understandable. Stephanie Black, Pat's in the house. Elias is in the house. Thank you so much, you guys. Let me go all the way up here. Leah first in the house. And Bruce sees all. That's me, says, really, and I want you to be honest. And if you're new to the channel and you're watching, you got to admit that even if I am full of crap, it's going to be interesting. Somebody that's declaring having filmed a real moon landing. Today, Japan declared having landed on the moon. And as always, my predictions, believe it or not, I'm proud to say it because you guys are going to see that I'm always on the money when it comes to talking about little predictions about what's going to happen in Japan. We're just going to have a problem with their power. I wrote it in the community, and imagine that that's what happened. But you know what? I'm not predicting nothing. It's pretty evident that what they're doing, they need funding, they need the money to be able to get out there, to have access to saying that they're getting out there. But are they really getting out there? First of all, to look at the surface of the moon, if a satellite is able to see the surface of the moon, how is he combating the atmosphere? You do know that in my footage, in all of my footage, there's an extreme dense cloud on the surface, natural or not. We'll talk what we visually have proof and what we can confirm. That is one thing that we definitely can confirm. There are smokes and hazes on the surface, but here's the thing: they're hiding the surface. There's some areas where there are not clouds, and there's some areas where there are clouds. But isn't that a little funny? Because in reality, on Earth, we also have clearings with our clouds. Here on Earth, we have different layers of clouds also. The lowest layer a mile over top of us, and then it goes up. We have different types of clouds depending on the temperatures. But all these different layers, it would be very hard for someone from the moon, right, to be able to see the surface. So how the hell could a satellite show the surface? A lot of you ask me, he goes, I say he goes because it was a guy, but some ladies have also told me, Bruce, you never see, airplanes in satellite pictures. You never see it's little things that are scrubbed out, obviously, right? There's planes absolutely everywhere. It's crazy. There's planes everywhere. The connection just dropped. I don't know why that happened. Hope you guys on Rumble and gals are listening in, tuning in. Thank you so much again, all of you, for coming in. I really appreciate it. Sabinators in the house. Hauser. Boom. Akablamri. Brother, I'm now on Rumble. People can comment on Rumble, so I think it's pretty cool. I hope it's going to bring some new interest in people. You're about to witness a real moon landing. My community has seen it probably several times. Maybe not the two videos, one after the other, but it's pretty scary. Thank you, Twitter. Of course, on Twitter, I got many thousands of views on that video, if I'm not mistaken. And thanks for the interest, everybody. People know what they're looking at when they're looking at my footage. You don't need to understand anything. A lot of you understand that libration, parallax has to be taken into consideration, even if we don't know if it's true, because I'm repeating what science tells us. But when I first used my telescope to go film the moon, I noticed that the Apennine Mountains, which is the highest point supposedly on the moon, I noticed a lot of other objects that were really higher than the Apennine Mountains. But again, that was my visual perspective. But why are we not seeing the objects elevated? They say it's libration, parallax. And what that does is it causes an optical illusion, which is a foreshortening view of something. So you're going to see it oblong, oblique. You got to look up all those things, right? Inverted, outverted, convexed. You see craters sometimes. You know, when you look at the moon and you see the craters, they look like mounds, or like Copernicus, best example, an apple pie. But myself, when I'm looking at my footage, sometimes I visually perceive the crater as being indented, like engraved, like concaved or whatever, right? Am I saying it right? Not convex, concave. And sometimes you see convex. Sometimes it looks like it's a dimple. It's like a mound, right? And there's a lot of things to take into consideration with the foreshortening, with the parallax. But aside from that, we can see something that even with the foreshortening, we can see on the surface of the moon that there really is structures and 90-degree angles. So the 90-degree angles are going to be bent a little bit because of the parallax and foreshortening, but it's not going to change the fact that we can still see those lines are together. Leah Hauser. Hey, you guys, thank you so much, for coming back. Pat, how's it going, man? Did you get that walleye, buddy, the other night? Patty got a hell of a big one, hell of a big fish the other day. Greetings, Earthlings. Thank you, Mr. Sabinator. And again, thank you to everyone on all the streams for your interest on the channel. Got a lot of people on Rumble, I thought, that are into the moon. Some people maybe on Rumble that know John Lear. John Lear has spoken about me. I have videos of him speaking about me. I'm trying to get this research out. John Lear was trying to help me get this research out. But even people surrounding John Lear himself were very skeptical and jealous, of course, about the research. And some of you can laugh, or maybe the new people that haven't seen my research yet are going to say, well, this is going to be good. What is he going to show? It's a moon landing. And it's a spacecraft that is disappearing into a haze, right? I'm doing my Captain Kirk sort of, right? Disappears into a haze and plunges its nose down. Some of you remember it. It looks like the bell, the German bell. Maybe it's diving down to where the swastika is. Yeah, the swastika. Yeah, well, anyways, either way, it's a real moon landing. And when I show it, you can have your own opinions and ideas, but I'm going to show you one spacecraft in motion, and then I'm going to show you many spacecraft in motion. I'm going to show you and tell you how big the object is that I'm filming with my telescope, and I'm going to tell you why I'm telling you how it's that big. It's not hard, when you see a UFO on the moon. I've seen some beside Bessel crater inside of Mare Serenitatis, and the size of it is about a quarter of the size of Bessel crater. So obviously, the light around this UAP or UFO, because there is a difference. Call it what you want. It's an unidentified flying craft, but, or flying object, sorry. But you can see UFOs in your house too. And like I said, it's paranormal investigation, and the field of ufology is the same damn thing, except some people are, in churches and in basements, and, people are researching in space and on galaxies, and most likely on the moon. The last short I posted was a ghostly paranormal phenomena event on the moon. Why would I just leave it at, on the moon, a UFO on the moon? It's not a UFO. UFOs don't flap around like jellyfish and expand, and contract on the moon. That is for sure. Hey, Michael, Alaska. Hey, how are you, brother? Hey to you. Thanks, everybody, for coming in. Really appreciate that. I got my coffee with me. I hope you all have the coffee with you. Those that don't know, guys, I have some short videos on this channel, from Sabinator all the way down to Pat. Everybody's been coming by on the shorts. You guys are amazing, trying to support the channel and helping in every way. And the short videos are a glimpse of the long format videos, but it doesn't mean the short video is not going to be as good as a big one. I'm always making my videos better. So when I make a short from the long format, I make it better. I don't just repost. I don't want to repost, but there's some things that I have to repost, like, and I will continue to until it's exposed, like the structures, sinus iridum. I love shooting it in the promontorium H once in a while. Trolls really hate that one. And I'm telling you, people on Rumble, test me out. Like, I mean, how does a guy get a chance to get hundreds of thousands, if not millions of viewers? And, just blast me in the comment section if you want. Say whatever the hell you want, but come by, at least look at the research. I'm pretty sure there are some real researchers on Rumble here that are actually worried about the people that are on the moon, their families, the religious people giving money to religion and whatnot, and they're not knowing about what's on the moon, and the people in charge of those religions are hiding the truth. I'm telling you, it's a big shit show. And when the truth comes out, a lot of people are going to be upset. I think everybody has an opinion in this. And I think everybody is concerned about this, whether they say that they're involved or not. Like somebody that's an atheist can have his or her own opinion on God. Anyways, I wish, like why would people just, I'm an atheist, so can't talk about God. You're allowed your opinion. And atheist or not, everyone believes in something. And if you were put here on this planet and you're an atheist, well, how the hell did you get here? If you believe that, well, it's normal, I had sex and that's why I'm here. But if I put you on a planet with another person, a woman, and you're a guy, and I don't tell you how to have the sex, in your lifetime, how long is it going to take you before you touch one another? Or, you know what I'm getting at? Like, unless you have a guidance, unless there's a schematic, a scale of something, a direction, maybe alien technology, maybe everything that we learned here on Earth is alien technology. And as a matter of fact, maybe they're spying on the moon, and that's why they're building bases in Antarctica to be replicating exactly what is on the moon, because not so different as to Earth, I'm telling you, on the moon. My gosh, Sabinator, bro, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Man, that is so generous. Thanks, man. I don't know how often you've done that, and a lot of you have, and it really helps the channel grow. I thank you so much for the energy, you guys. This is incredible. Man, thank you. Stephanie Black, salut à toi, Stephanie. Comment ça va? Un gros merci, Stephanie, d'être ici. I also have a French channel, my friends. If you guys have French speaking friends and or relatives, or maybe you speak better in French than in English, of Ni Quebec Astronomy. It's around. Just look at my channels. I advertise it. I share it out. And I also do streams there. I have all the videos there too. So maybe you want to go and subscribe, even if you don't speak French, to encourage me so we can grow this channel. Finally, over the 100,000 mark. And again, that's only basically mostly because of you all. And I really appreciate that. If the channel doesn't grow, it's really disappointing. You all know, we stayed in the 90s for a long time, stayed stuck in the year 1990s. Yes. For the longest time. Those were the best years. So, but it's time to advance, progress, because if not, the algorithm is not sharing out the videos. This is why I only very recently opened up other platforms. Bruce Cesal on Twitter and on Rumble. I've always and only been here, but now I want to try to reach out, to other people. Be ready tomorrow. Many more videos coming again. I hope you enjoy the fact that I do like a tsunami. So not just the videos, but a tsunami of the same event, like Tycho, putting it in short form. Then somebody said it's awesome, but we're not close enough, because people are just coming in. Some people only watch shorts and want to see closer. So I tell them, well, go look at the long format. And some of you say, well, put the link and share it in the short video. Yeah, but it's because I redo videos, guys. When I'm sharing something, I don't just go on YouTube, download a pixelated link and repost it. I redo the editing and footage, and I can turn the moon around like I want to, so that we can get some better footage. The moon is changing colors. If you haven't seen the first stream, all of you on all these platforms, again, I'm really excited. Thanks for being here. Do head back and check into the video. It's a 9-10 minute video that I posted. More proof on the moon of living entities that are in the lunar atmosphere. I believe it's the biggest secret. What do you guys think? I think it's what is being hidden more than the alien and UFO and alien retrieval program, which, by the way, a lot of people were disappointed because, I'll say like Tim Burchett, dadgammit, they're not talking about anything. But Tim Burchett did get a little closer. He found another plug, if you want to talk to somebody, another direction that he's going to be able to align himself with. Paula Luna and this and everyone else. Don't forget, guys, there's lots of whistleblowers. The whistleblowers are being heard. Ross Coulthart from News Nation, whether you like News Nation or not, or Ross Coulthart, it doesn't matter. You have to listen to the ones that are bringing out information that have exclusive videos. For example, if you don't go to Ross Coulthart, you're not going to hear all the whistleblowers and testimonies and stuff, even though we've only heard 3 of them. We heard the Navy commander. We heard David Grush. We heard Freya. But there are more witnesses, and they're coming out. If you don't know these witnesses, guys, invest some time into it. The Pentagon, the CIA, 3-letter associations, and a whole list of other ones, Navy, military, they are trying to suppress the truth from coming out about the secret projects, and that should concern us all. And even more concerning, like I said, thanks again, Sabinator, even more concerning, like I said, is the moon. If they're not talking about the moon, some of you bring it up also, Bruce. So they could be bringing people there. They could be abducting people there. Yes, it could be a science, medical, self-defense, military. It could be designing beings. It could be designing ballistic missiles. It could be doing a whole bunch of stuff on the moon, always affecting national security. I understand that, and I believe it. I do believe there's some things that have to be protected, obviously. But by this point, all the governments are together. All the different countries all know exactly what's going on the moon. They're all a part of this. That's the sad part. They're all a part of it. They're very fast for naming names. China blasts the U.S. The U.S. blasts Russia, and vice versa all the time. But when it comes to the moon, there's no calling anyone. I'm trying to get my hat straight here. There's no calling anyone anything. They don't talk about each other. They don't discriminate each other. It's like they're mano to mano when they go up there on the moon. Everything's cool, bringing up a whole bunch of gays and women. Sorry. That's how it is, though. Don't you find it stupid? Like, the gays have always been respected in my eyes. And then all of a sudden, it's like they want to imply that now everybody had to be black and gay to do certain things. And then now Obama's coming back and stuff. And I mean, holy shit, it is getting ridiculous, guys. It is absolutely getting ridiculous. You guys ready for Big Mike to come back? Yeah, I'm not going to get into that. That's for sure. And what's up with the connection? It looks like more people try to come in. Excuse me. And the connection wants to thrive. Wow, Metaphysical Mike, thanks a lot, man. Bruce, I had these deep-rooted anger that I have these. Hold on, let me highlight this here, my brother. I had these deep-rooted anger that came up in me earlier today. That happened to me this month, man. I don't know if it's about the same reason, but about the system. I swear it felt like it was a past old lifetime. Oh, okay. I was remembering hating myself and hating people. This stuff is blowing my mind. Man, I get all even emotional. Thanks, by the way, for the generous contribution, man. Important number. I have had a connection with an interior life. This is also something I really enjoy talking about. If those of you on Rumble really enjoy speaking about the unknown, I don't have to imitate what everyone else is speaking about. I have enough experiences and events myself that happened that scare the shit out, living hell out of me. But again, I say it scared the hell out of me. It scares me now, but certain things, but it's not scary when it happens, right? When something happens. I had a vision like you, and I call it a vision, but you say deep-rooted anger, but so it was a feeling, whether it was a feeling or thought that you had. I'm saying that's just rare because I'm looking for my words. I had a long time relationship with an elderly lady, not in this lifetime, but even though I like older women, always have. Hint, hint. No, okay. Anyways, the point is, I don't remember anymore. We're talking about women now. And um, in my other life, well, I woke up crying. And man, when I say crying there, I know you're going to appreciate this, metaphysical Mike. I woke up crying so emotionally that even thinking about it now, because I remember her, it was an elderly lady, and she was on a swing. I was pushing her, not at school. It was a big tree, really big tree. And I remember actually, um, I was afraid that the branch was going to actually fall on her. Very loving to her. It was our land. We had kids. I didn't know who the kids were, but there's a part that when I looked at her, when you look at someone, hear me out. You go outside, you look in the yard, even if you're not thinking of everything you've done with your wife or girlfriend or husband. When you go outside and you meet or you see him for the first time in the morning or something, or brushing his teeth, you go through these little flashes of things that you guys do in your couple during the day. It might make you laugh, something they'll say, or a reaction that will remind you of an event that you guys went through in the past. And I was really overwhelmed because I was in love with that woman. And while we were kissing, we were in love, like literally romantic by the water picnic sort of thing with elderly people. Couldn't see myself at all. I saw the lady. Uh, and now hear me out. I'm being honest. Kept saying she was beautiful, which of course she was beautiful, but she was really old, and it was not something that would be maybe attractive to somebody that's in his 40s, and at that time in my 20s or 30s when I dreamt this, and it wasn't a dream. It was I woke up and I had the feeling, but instead of the feeling of anger, it was the feeling of sadness that I missed her. And when I woke up, I cried and I said, "Oh my God." I said, "I love you. I miss you. I can't believe I saw you again." I could get emotional just now talking about it, but I don't remember anything else except for when I saw her. I remembered knowing her. But isn't that scary that you could remember someone in another life, but not remember what you went through? It's almost like we're all still always alive and the memory always continues on. It's just that there's something that's jumbling up or blocking that memory. But sometimes people like you can all of a sudden come up with a feeling, or maybe it is intuitive, maybe it's a vision or something, or it's an actual memory of a past life. And I can talk about past lives, whether or not we talk about Buddhism or reincarnation, just straight up before I even learned about that. I sort of believe it was maybe possible for us to come back, whether animals or humans or not, it just remains something very interesting. Metaphysical Mike, I really thank you for that, man. We have a new member. Hey, guys, thank you very much. Joel Ark, right on, bro. Thank you very much. That is a damn amazing car, by the way. Welcome, guys. Really appreciate that. So I'll get into it right away, the video, so that we can talk after, since we're having an interesting conversation. Um, it's not complicated. It's not long what I want to show. It's a real moon landing. So if you're new to the channel and you're saying this should be freaking good, this better be good, Bruce, because I'm leaving on the unsubbing, and I would suggest that even you can even dislike it if you want. Do what you want. But I'm pretty sure you're going to be pretty impressed when you see the moon landing. And for those of you that saw it, well, forgive me. We're analyzing my research. I don't want to throw this stuff away, guys. It excites me. What I'm going to show you right now, for me, gets me emotional because maybe it's because I found it, and maybe it's because I was able to show it. The government's not talking about it. The CIA is not talking about it. The Pentagon's not talking about it. There's no amateur astronomers that I've ever seen capture what I was able to capture. And it's not about being better. It's about having a unique channel. Why can't I have a unique channel doing something that nobody else is doing? A lot of people will come by and say, Bruce, everybody's doing the same. Everybody's showing. Did you see what so and so posted? Or, did you see what so and so posted? Yes, but these people are reposting other people's videos, which is okay. But this footage here is from one person, and it's all filmed in the sky here. We have credible location and coordinates of where this is being filmed. I told you it's a 14-inch telescope. You know, believe it or not, it's up to you guys to decide that. So, Joe Lark, thank you very much, my friend. Let's share the screen here. Actually, before sharing the screen, I just want to be sure. Scroll all the way down. I'm going to miss a whole bunch of people. Really appreciate that, Joel Ark. Thanks a lot. Thanks again. Hey, Jules. Thank you, Jules of Southern Oregon. His Highness is here. Spider-Man. Yes, that's why the trolls better be careful too, because do 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 do. What was that? No, Bewitched. Right, YouTube are stopping doing double streams. No more Rumble and. Are you serious? Double streams, no more Rumble and YouTube at the same time. Oh boy. I hope that's not Sabinator what was on the last update that we just got in our studio, because they were talking about, I got bored. I stopped the video, but somebody was talking about the streams. So that would be interesting if they did that, eh? And we'll have to see. Alex Fortier, merci encore. Thanks for coming back, my friends. John McLeland, thank you. Appreciate that. Hey, my pleasure. Vincent Hartman back in the house. Thank you, Vincent, for coming to the last stream. Thanks for the comments after on the stream, and thanks for coming back. I'm a real person. I'll talk to you. I do that too, people. I actually reply people. We have an amazing time here. Hey, how are you? Hazed Random, thank you very much. Thank you, people from Rumble, for being here. Appreciate that. So I didn't know you guys couldn't see all of the icons, Rumble and everything. So I will be the only one that's able to see that. And I thank everyone. Andrew and Barbara are in the house from YouTube. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Leah, how are you? Thanks again, Hayes Random. And if I'm not mistaken, that's not the first time I see you. And I know some of you are juggling, excuse me, between YouTube and Twitter channels. I probably don't recognize all your Twitter channels and Rumble channels, because we have also our amazing Twitter supporters here. Guys, head on over and subscribe to Twitter. We're approaching 4,000 amazing followers, and I'm so grateful. Thank you, everyone. Before we jump in here, Kai is here, 10 cent, scrolling all the way down this time. Hello, JWS, thank you very much. Wacko Smack in the house. Thanks, guys, for coming back. Buffering every couple of seconds. Sorry about that. We're having a snow. Oh, that could be, yeah, for sure. Definitely because of that. Man, thanks again. I love you, bro. It really helps the channel so much, and that is a lot. LA is here. Jonathan, before we jump into video here, Karen Fitzpatrick. Friday night, we smush the thumbs up. I appreciate that. Hey, Vincent, bro, thank you so much for appreciating it, man. I'm telling you, we're real here. Hey, thanks, man. Sometimes a bit too expressive, but I was emotional when I found out all of this, and having the chance, honestly, to come on and talk to even 100 people for me has been an honor. I was born in a time where internet didn't exist, and talking to 100 people is when you were at a school play or something. Aside from that, talking to 100 people, unless you have a lot of friends, then you fall online, and then, whoops, well, then you have access to reaching more people. I do want some hot coffee. Anybody want some coffee before we jump in the video? Promise. Also, something, if you're interested in something, I have, I can't say I have knowledge in it. I'll say I have a lot of studies up my ass in it. Symbols. When it comes to symbols, whether cultural, Egyptian symbols, religious symbols, when it comes to the stars and the planets, I notice things that a lot of people don't notice, like the Star of David, the Masonic symbol. You do know that I'm not saying that they represent the same thing. Hear me out. The symbols are the same. There's no differences. Masonic, you have the bottom to bottom triangle that crosses into each other, and they take away the lines of the triangle, and you only have a V upwards and a V and a roof downwards, right? But the Star of David, you do know to make that, people are all like, "Oh, it's so hard to make that star." Well, the two triangles back to back, instead of doing like the Masons and going in, well, go in like the Masons, and then you add 2 bars on top, an 11. Oops. You add 2 bars on top and you add 2 bars on the bottom. That's what you do. Count all the triangles in the circle, all the secret societies, and if you take away all the points of the Star of David, what's left in the center? The Pentagon. Right back. Got the U.S. government and many other countries running all the religions of the world. And they have their representatives in each country, their own color and race. The same way they took over, the same way the Germans won the war, by allowing the Americans to continue being in charge of Americans, except it's just that the Americans were maybe being run by Germany, right? People wouldn't want to have changed their culture and religion and whatnot, and the governments, since they're in it for money, it's a theory, wouldn't mind them keeping their own culture as long as people believe that they're free. There's no problems with them. When people understand that they're being manipulated and that there's lies around them, then they'll get really mad. I can't say they get mad because it doesn't happen, right? Revolutions happen all the time. The people are smart. We are a smart, race when you think of it. We could be the aliens also. We could be the ones that invaded Earth here, and we're like, oh shit, the aliens are coming. No, we're the ones maybe going to all the planets, invading all the planets. Like I say, symbols. That's an awesome symbol. You see a lot. As a matter of fact, shut up, Bruce. I'm going to share the screen. I'm going to share the entire screen with my amazing group of people on the platform. I'm going to bring my head down there. Didn't work. I got rid of it instead. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Watch this. First of all, I wanted to show you all this, my friends. We're going to hear it's maybe a minute or two. On Rumble, listen up. You guys saw it. It's a very short part of my candelabrum that I just named, because I don't know if you guys know it, but Jeremy Corbell showed an image of a chandelier, UFO, UAP that he calls it. That was from footage of a video. It's a snapshot of footage from a video of 2018 that was leaked to him, right? And the problem is that he cannot show that live video, but I can, because in reality, my video, I believe, is the same. And don't forget, I believe it's the same, and I believe Jeremy Corbell, when he shows the live video, they're going to be talking about that shape in the center. Now, if I was to do a comparison with the Star of David, literal professional comparison, you could look at this and say there's nothing of a Star of David there. And I can tell you that every point of a Star of David is there, right? So long story short, this one is a short video. I caught this with an infrared camera. My friends on Rumble, it's a UFO that came out of the sky. You also saw maybe on the Rumble platform now the video of this where it came down to meet me. It was 15 feet away from me, and it came down as low as 15 feet, which is my garage. 15, I don't even know if it's 15 feet. It's not very tall, right? It's a shed. And listen up. And then after that, we'll look at the other things. We'll go to the moon landing, right? Doop, 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 doop. We're just going to watch the beginning, guys. Don't worry. Candelabrum UFO. I caught this UFO a couple of years ago in 2019. Came down out of the sky to see me, feet away from me. But Jeremy Corbell showed what he called a chandelier UFO that was a video from 2018 that he didn't show the video. I didn't see the video. I saw an image of what he calls the chandelier UFO. Well, you know that I have a lot of captures, all of you do, and I don't always give them names, but sometimes I do. So this one in particularly, what do you think? I call it the candelabrum UFO. This is my UFO, and this is Jeremy Corbell's UFO. So here's Jeremy Corbell's on the left with the heat signature camera, and there's mine with the infrared camera. But he can't show it because he doesn't have clearance, and here it is. Oh, damn it. Say to yourself, that object on the left would look just like what I'm showing you on the right. My mouse died. So if Jeremy Corbell was to show his video, damn it, you would probably see the shape and form in the center changing. It's see-through. There's no place to sit in it, just like Jeremy Corbell said. And very... Give it a second. My mouse died. So this is with my infrared camera and the chandelier that he showed, which is identical, right? Like the points are all identical all the way around it. And I'm sure it's the same object or one of the same objects. Is there only one of these objects out there? Probably not. I also talked about HAARP. When they shoot out and beam a microwave point into the ionosphere, they can change the shape and form. Oh, you bugger. That shape in the center here that goes from a perfect circle, it goes from octagonal, hexagon. Anyways, it changes shape. It even goes to a square, a perfect square at one point. Inside of his image, even though it is pixelated, notice that this part here, all this white part, is the see-through part. Jeremy Corbell said that that craft was see-through. No place for anybody to be sitting down. Do you see that at the end of the points here, and actually, hang on, did I show it in the video? Hopefully I did. If I did, it would be really cool. Nope. Notice the points here, and look at the shape now. More square, you see? So he has the shape here. He has the points, the triangular points. In the recent video I showed you, you can still see that there's 4 triangular points that are more illuminated than these points. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Here, look here. You can see it well. This one, this one, this one, and this one are the elements of the craft. And it elongated, beautiful, brilliant light, like you're seeing here, that I'm sure in the video would probably oscillate outwards, right? He mentioned, Jeremy Corbell, that this was, I don't know if it's this. He said that this object was turning, rotating. You don't see mine rotating at all, actually, but you see the shape rotating inside or changing forms. Now, don't forget, this was with a heat signature camera, and mine was with the infrared camera. I'm sure it's the same object or one of the same objects. Is there only one of these objects out there? Probably not. I also talked about HAARP. When they shoot out and beam a microwave point into the ionosphere, they can change the shape and form of the point they want. They can change the size of it, the area. So you can imagine that just shooting that out there, if this was HAARP or a secret weapon here on Earth, it could be that too. There are no differences. The difference is that I got it with an infrared camera, and his video, if I'm not mistaken, is with a heat signature camera. This is the most incredible finding, except this is even better. So let's go to the moon landing. Are you ready? It's not going to be long. You won't have time to have your whole coffee. You won't have time to have a bowl of popcorn. You're not going to be hearing about its speed because I don't know its speed. I don't know its distance and how long it has to reach the ground. You know why? Because it's a real moon landing, right? That's right. It's a real moon landing. Let's start off by the lonely spacecraft, right? This is the one plunging into the atmosphere. Honestly, this is my prized possession, guys. I'm so effing infatuatedly lucky, happy, excited that I got a bloody spacecraft going into the lunar atmosphere. And as for the size, the whole screen you're looking at right now is about 35 to 40 kilometers. To give you an idea of how much I am pushing to zoom up. So in reality, this little square that you're looking at is usually, let's say this whole image, right? Let's say this whole image was the image. And then I took this little rectangle here out of this whole black image. I just took this little rectangle here and I zoomed in to make it zoom up. And that's why you're looking at it close. And I'm telling you, here's the moon landing. So we're looking at a moon landing uh, from Earth, filmed from Earth with a 14-inch telescope. So your mind can go really wild with the ideal of, hey, wait a minute, when they showed the landing, how come they were like this? How come they looked so far away? Don't forget, if I'm showing you this to you the size of almost a fucking apple, you should be wondering why they weren't able to show you anything. So you can't see anything going to the surface. If satellite images are not showing atmosphere on the moon, it's because they're all fake. Absolutely all fake. I confirm it to you. Watch this. So now here's the moon landing. You're witnessing a real moon landing. That's the footage I have. Oh, what's happening? There's another object appearing. I thought it was the other object, but now there's another one. But that must be that. Oh, thrusters, some flame coming around it, but now it's gone. Nose dipping down, a little bit of smoke left, and gone. Let's view the same thing zoomed up. What's in the center? Well, it's a creature. You see it in the center? It's going to plunge down, and this craft is plunging down with it. They're studying the nature in the atmosphere. But doesn't that look like a human? Guys, it's beautiful. Seriously. I could cry. I mean, look at that. Look at it go in and out of the atmosphere. Do you see, honestly, do you see it? Okay. Do you see that it turns its nose down? So, guys, are they in water? Are they in water? A moon landing shown several times. The real moon landing. We keep re-showing it. It's beautiful. It's what a real a moon landing would look like. You wouldn't see the lander for a long time. It would disappear, and that's exactly what they'd have to show is a beautiful glimpse of the disappearing and emotional moment that it plunges under the friggin' smoke. There's no way in hell anything can follow any spacecraft going to the moon, guys. There's no way. And there it is. Watch it plunge its nose. The left, its nose is the left. The bottom is bigger. Watch the tobble. Bloom, and dives down. It's incredible on a slow descent on the way down. So now pushing the limits, but you see, you can still appreciate that we see the thrusters more now, even though there's pixelation here. You see that? What we're looking at? It's pretty impressive, I'm telling you. And that's a real spaceship. So now, if you're not impressed by that one spacecraft landing on the moon and Jesus Murphy, and you say, well, Bruce, one spacecraft is freaking impressive, but you're going to have to go back and film other spacecrafts at the same time or maybe more than one, right? And of course, I set this up because it's already fixed, right? Look at this. Well, that's the same object that you just saw plunging into the atmosphere. But the problem is it's not the same one. And every time I'm showing people the footage of these spacecraft, which remind me of humans, by the way, um, do you think that this smudge is going to make it to Saturn? Seriously, watch this. All right, guys, on our way back to Saturn. Um, oof, gonna be a long ride. Hope they have bathrooms. Why are we seeing some look like they're appearing and some disappearing? Is it a glitch with the camera? Well, let's analyze the footage really properly. Property, yes. Notice the smoke that's at the back of the object. Let's say it's square-ish, right? We see a shape. We can't confirm it's square. It could be because it's a little pixelated, right? So, but we saw it before. It sort of looks like a bell. And actually, it looks like a NASA capsule with the big ass and the smaller cone-shaped nose. Ask NASA why they use that shape. They have to. So if you see smoke beside this and you see the other ones that just appeared, I'm sure you have good enough eyes to see there's a little bit of white coming around it. That's also smoke, and there's smoke at the back of this one. But what are these smaller objects? Well, it's the same things. It's that we're seeing those lights flying by at a very lower level, probably a couple of thousands of feet below. So are they training? Why would we have of all levels these craft? And listen, I'm calling it craft, right? Because this is the only video, except for the other one you saw at the beginning with the shape shifting, that I consider that I caught a craft. Everything else is a light or a UAP that I caught, you know. But you can see them, the lower ones. You see what I'm saying? There's even one here catching on fire that I'm not even mentioning. You see it there. It's igniting. Is it exploding or is it because it's taking off? And this one's a bit lower than this one. And you can see they're at different heights because each of these squares have different sizes. And this one here is so small. If I was to bring the exposure down a lot, I would lose all these UFOs, but I would see two more little black dots appearing there. And do you understand the scary part is that I keep zooming in and I keep seeing more and more objects that are smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller in the atmosphere. And I don't know if you know it. Let's look at it from the beginning. This one here. This are many UFOs in the atmosphere, either interacting with the living organisms that we're seeing. I mean, guys, what is that? What the hell? Look at this, guys. What the hell? Like, Christy, you were talking about wings, and it could be that we're not seeing the wings because they're in the dust. Yeah, that looks like I mean, I'm sorry there. It looks like a pterodactyl, right? It's under the hazes. Oh, get over it. I can hear the trolls laughing already. You guys said it. I have an imagination, right? What the hell is going on with that? Why is the UFO? Do you see the plume of smoke scattering out? So you can see that it's a real event. Do you see that with the 14-inch telescope, we're pretty lucky to be able to witness this. This is completely top secret. And we get a beautiful chance, guys, and an amazing chance to see and analyze this bloody secret footage that, okay, do you see there's two objects? Something is going here. This object is very far away. You don't see it. I see it moving a little bit. It's going to shoot some bloody smoke onto that other object. Watch. Keep watching. Get ready. Three, two, one. Oh, sorry. I'll back up. Let's see that again. There. So this plume of smoke, something happens. It separates. There's another object that it's like it's light. It's smoke shooting at itself. Watch. There's objects in the smoke. You see that? Now a separation and the objects take off. They're there and there. Look, boom. You see them sporadic all over the damn place in the atmosphere. It's beautiful. And you're going to ask me, well, how come other people don't see it? Well, it's easy, guys. Do you see how there's only a part of the image that is? I'm so excited for those of you that are listening. This small part of the image became dark, thus helping us see this. But in reality, guys, that area near Copernicus is all like this. It's all whited out. You can't see the surface. So, and I say it all the time, how do you get inside of a light bulb to see the filament inside in the middle of a room with your camera? Well, you're going to need some filtering, you need some sunglasses. So what does that mean? Just basically need to bring the exposure down. or some white or darker filter. I could put just a regular color filter over this, a dark green or whoops, dark green or color filter over it, and it would help us see a bit of the other objects. But as much as it's not interesting for some, I know that most of you are probably pretty impressed and excited, saying, wow, you don't even have to see it better than that to see that there's actually um, craft in the atmosphere. But let me tell you, they don't look like advanced aliens, my friends. It looks like a civilization on the moon or someone visiting there. It really could be inhabited. We should not be seeing several craft in the lunar atmosphere. You know what? I could have also said that I'm the first person to ever show a secret project. That could be even deadly scary when you think of it, because that could very well be what's happening, right? Finishing off, my friends. This one remained a very interesting one. I know a couple of people really appreciated this, but the ideal, I need more coffee again. Hang tight, guys. Hang on, I'll pause on a nice image for you. Spaceship with the plume. Get that through your skull. Look at that. The thimble. See the shape. The bell. Let lush. Oh boy. The bell. Now I'm going to say something that NASA's going to shit on the floor. This object, listen to what I'm saying. This object is half of another craft. This object is part of a craft that detaches and goes down to the surface. This object is letting go possibly all the little lights that you're seeing. There's something in this, whatever it may be. Okay, turning itself on. Turning itself on. The guy's so excited. There we go. That's absolutely incredible. We're looking at it full screen now. So, war and fighting on the moon. People say that the remote viewing, fuck that. I go with my telescope, a high-powered telescope. I also am a person that's very intuitive, but could be just my imagination. That's a real imagination, but this is visual proof. Watch it. Boom. So, you just witnessed an actual explosion on the moon. If you look it up right now, NASA says that explosions on the moon are near impossible to get. They don't have any. A Japanese amateur at one point with his telescope got a meteor or asteroid hitting the moon. It's something near impossible to capture. Not from my mouth. Quote from professionals at NASA. Now, that little piece of footage that I just showed you would be in a file in a black box, the Pentagon or CIA. Only a limited amount of people would know where the craft is from. And again, everything is compartmentalized. So they do not share things. There's no agents that go to supper after and talk about, can you believe the alien technology that they're selling over to Russia? It doesn't happen. Every person is being checked. Every person signs gag orders. That's how it is. Did I go get my coffee? Yes, I did. So I want to see that one again, because for me, that is something incredible. One point, somebody said, put an arrow up. I don't see the explosion. So sarcastically, I put up an arrow the size of the moon. Watch it. Boom. So what is that? Well, at one point at the beginning when I showed this is pretty cool, guys. When I showed this at the beginning, I said, hey, an explosion. Then I got in closer and closer, and I said, well, wait a minute. Every time I see a flash like that, there's a little dot there. And I said, holy shit, the UFOs. The UFOs are pitch fucking black, guys. Nobody can friggin' see the UFOs, and they're under hazes. But when they light up their lights like that, These guys are even helping me see the structures. Okay? Because they brighten up the surface so bright, guys. So I can confirm to you with the size of my telescope, that light that you're looking at is almost 3 miles wide. But as I see here, the craft is exactly half a mile wide. I showed you very recently on the moon the wall, rupus rectum, no, rupus recta, right? And rupus recta, right? Linear fault, that was whatever, has that width, half a mile. So there's a couple miles there. And look at it. You could see it literally thrusting. So then I came to the understanding, well, damn it, dadgammit, it's not explosions on the moon, but it's UFOs propelling themselves. And then, of course, I saw the UFOs actually shooting at each other, which I also have videos of that. And that was also something incredible. So, in reality, guys, you must agree with me. You don't have to, but I'm pretty sure most of you do. These are all little clips that the government would have and that would keep in its file and that would not be talking about it to anyone. It would actually be keeping it there probably to suppress it. Let's just keep looking at that. So what happens on the left after that? You see more lights there. There's one landing on the surface. There's Kai's favorite one. There's a UFO giving birth. There's one taking off on the surface, crossing across the yawn, right? But do you see the patterns of what I'm talking about? And people dare laugh. The dots there. Everything I'm saying is visually clear and shown. All this fuzz is deliberate. It's not something you can clarify. You can't sharpen it because if you sharpen it to get this sharp would be just totally stupid. You'll see these pixels sharper. If you have pixelation in an image, don't sharpen it. You're going to sharpen the pixels, right? How do you get rid of pixels? Well, how do I get rid of pixels? I try to hide them by bringing the exposure down. When you bring the exposure down, this whole image that probably had a lot more pixels here gives us at least an image right here of some truth of something moving around the surface. So sometimes people say, well, I wish it was damn clearer, right? So you're wondering why are the colors changing here? Because that's how I saw it in black and white, right? No, it's in color. My telescope's in color. The moon's not black and white. I put it in black and white because people wanted to see it black and white, but now here's the color. See the reds? Wouldn't it be normal that if something's thrusting up, you're going to see some reds? Isn't it beautiful that we get glimpses of the green surface and stuff with the clouds? It's like Earth, guys. The moon's inhabited, guys. It's not just actively being visited, it's inhabited. And all these objects. So why is the fire why is the fire on this side and the black dot on that side? Do you know that? I'm not laughing at you. I'm serious. Like I've been thinking about this for a long time. If there's a flame here, smoke here, line two of it, you could clearly see it's coming from this object because it is very close by. It's shot like wind a mile away, which is pretty impressive, a couple miles away. You see there's a black dot here going that way. That's because its propulsion system is facing that way. And when it takes off, it leaves a massive plume of smoke on the ground. Those are all things that have never, ever been shown to the public, and nobody ever has had any proof about it. Now, I'm not mentioning the other sucker right here, but it's not alone. There's other UFOs moving around at the same time. So here's a good example since we're too close. But still, if you want to know what it looks like being too close, there's still no way in hell that you can tell me that that's not something that's not natural, right? Or that it's a bug or something. Yeah, that is badly pixelated. It's not here. And on my screen, it is super nice. But on YouTube, it is pixelated because when I look at it here with you guys, and yeah, that's how it is. And of course, the UFOs leaving on the surface. See, when they take off, that's what happens to them. So it has the same reflectivity as the surface. Do you find that there's a pattern that the structures also have the same reflectivity as this? So if this object lands on a structure, you're not going to see it. And if it lands on the surface, you're not going to see it either. But when will you see it? When it takes off. And you're going to see it propel itself across the surface. Now, guys, this could be something that's like the Jetsons or transportation on the surface. And look, I'm going left and right in the footage, and they're appearing and disappearing. They're taking off, and there's massive spurts of energy for them to take off. This one I've shown many a times. You all know this is inside of Mare Fecunditatis. I wanted to show the smoke lifting up off the surface as they rose up off of the surface. Copernicus crater, a UFO coming out of Copernicus crater. I'm really happy to be on Rumble, give you an idea of some of the videos that we're having here that the community and I are talking about. So close up on the edge of Copernicus crater, you have phenomena, ghosts, spirits, paranormal activity, whatever you want to call it. I don't think there's any term to it. And of course, the government's not even talking about this. Just on the corner of Copernicus. Pretty impressive. Sip of coffee while you stare at the moon there. There's even closer. Now, go back and do the comparison of all the zooms that I've done. There's not one extra pixel. Nothing's different. I'm showing the image closer, and we're seeing more detail. And it's, guys, it's the hardest thing to do. You all know it. Even when you zoom up on a family picture and want to crop a picture of some people, it's already half blurry. So you can imagine, here we are again. We're now 10,000 zoom, guys. Do you see that we're seeing a lot more of that object? I was able to show you the object a lot bigger than at the beginning of the video. So what's the difference with that here? Well, look how far it is, me showing it to you like that. Here, we're a bit closer. Comes out, you see it there. And we go even closer. We can see it even closer here coming out. So that's what I try to do, is I try to show people getting in close. And if you're like me, well, I get this overwhelming feeling that I'm looking at something that's illegal to look at, and that I'm observing something that is top secret. Real quick, we're almost done here. Some of the favorite captures, guys. My friends on Rumble, this is even better than a moon landing. How about a moon launch? I should have put that in the title too. This is an object leaving the inside of the moon from a slit. The slit is 2 to 3 miles wide. Why 2 or 3 miles? Because the craters that are around it in Mare Fecunditatis, each and every one of you can go see for yourselves the sizes. They're not that big. They're about 9 kilometers. They're very, very small. They're craterlets. So now zooming up, you can see that black slit. And don't forget there's some other ones appearing on the top left there. You can see a UFO exiting or leaving the surface. We don't see it leaving a hole, right? We see it leaving a black line. But what do you think I said when I saw it leave here? I'm sure some of you haven't caught on yet. What's this? What's this? What's that? What's that? That. The UFOs and the footage that I'm showing, UFOs go out and meet up with the UFO fleet as they go by, aligned with these holes. Instantaneously, these motherfucking UFOs come out of the holes and meet up. This mother takes off and hang on. I even have footage of one taking off from a hole here, entering one here, making a streak of smoke and coming out another hole there. So I'm telling you, for them to travel across the surface of the moon, it would make sense that they're going inside some of these covers. Because if you're following a UFO and they disappear here, you're going to say, I lost it. But it can come out here. And I believe it's a protection mechanism. You know, it's a theory, guys, right? Listen, we're looking at the UFOs, so I don't know which is crazier, looking at a UFO leave the moon or my theories, different ways that for me at the beginning when I was trying to locate them, that was the first time. This is in itself is Bruce sees all heritage, top secret, guys. See how you're seeing it nice? Back in the smaller telescope, I was seeing it like this. Watch this. Not much, eh? But I still have good eyes. I noticed that these were all flickering, but once in a while you could see other objects going by. Can you see them? Anyways. So, my friends, UFO lights up and disappears into the clouds. Really? Is that a UFO? Or is it a blob, a jellyfish? expanding and contracting. I showed you the jellyfish, not in this one, a couple of videos back, the last video. I won't do it again, but this one is expanding itself, pushing itself forward. There's also in the tether incident, we saw some like that doing so. Here's some other ones, by the way. There's some flashes, explosions appearing. And I don't know if you know it, this object is 2-3 miles wide, guys. Okay, 2 or 3 miles wide, and you can see a reaction and an interaction like with the atmosphere. Excuse me. Didn't talk enough today. So you see, it's not easy research, guys. So now you just saw something. What did you see, though? What can you explain when you look at this? Okay. Okay. So what happened? Well, the FBI would have that, and they would come to the conclusion that there are a lot of explosions or lights here. I'm going to mention the pattern. I hope you have good enough eyes. If not, use your lens. I can see it well. Again, a light with a darker patch, a light with a darker patch, light, lights, and you can see them. Those are other objects or craft. But again, they're always around these creature-like objects. And watch what happens on the surface. Whoop. Did you see, first of all, I like saying that these aliens are laying eggs. I want to be the first crazy guy to talk about the truth, because don't forget, the truth is so embarrassingly ridiculous that nobody wants to share the truth. But I'm going to share it. Making bacon in the lunar atmosphere. There we go. That was either a lunar dump or it was giving birth. That's another thing. I'm also the first witness of a UFO giving birth. I'm telling you, holy smokes, what a chance to be able to see all these things. Oh, what's that? What did we just see there? It is so maddening. Watch this. Watch something appear here, very small. It's going to come downwards. There. Oh, what the guys, I never even saw that. You see that? You see that? Watch. Watch come down. It's going up. Someone's going to come face to face with it. 3, 2, 1. Get ready for it. There's another one on top. You're going to see it come down. Now, that's awesome. It's fucking crazy. Can't believe this. Honestly. There it is. Hey, that does look birdish, eh? Don't forget we're on the moon, guys. So if ever you say it's a bird, Bruce, be careful, trolls. We're on the moon. Let's see that again. You might not be impressed, but I sure damn am. There it is in the center. Are you guys seeing it? One more time. Sorry. I'm amazed. Let's see it come right down here. There's a big blob. It exploded or busted. It's getting bigger here. And there's that object going to come. There it is. It's going to disappear in the smoke there. It's gone. It actually goes to this object. Oh my God. I'm going to shoot something crazy out there. Imagine if this was a swarm of birds or some type of insects or something. And I don't know. It's crazy. Here at the green filter, it even looks like it has freaking legs on it. Tail. Now look there. We saw this before. We're going to see it in the green filter. Analyze what we saw going by. We're looking at the same thing. You're going to see more detail. No, you're not interested as much as I am, but I'm really interested in this. I look at this all day and all night, and I try to understand things. When I first showed this footage, I didn't show any of the other objects. I showed just that one, right? It's just absolutely incredible. You see them all? You see how fast I went by? But you saw a lot of them, right? Do you have good eyes? Do you have good eyes? Look at it fast. I want you to look right here in the center. Don't ever leave your eye from here. You don't have to, because your eye is going to pick up all the objects going by right here. I promise you. Look there in the center. Keep your eye right there where the arrow is. Where the arrow is, you're going to see when it goes fast in the middle of the screen, all those objects are flying by or swimming by. You're going to be watching in the center when I say go, when it starts going fast. Let's look at that, guys. It's even letting off a gas, by the way. It's emanating gas, guys. You see it? It's causing smoke. That creature's causing smoke to come from it. There it is. There the object. Look in the center. Pretty fast, eh? Look in the center. It's there. They're all over the place. You're gonna see 3 go by. I got good eyes. Hold on. Look at that. Letting off gas, guys. Just like jellyfish, bioluminescent jellyfish. Look it up in the ocean and look up to why they do that. They do that when they're mating. They do that when they're in danger, when they're fighting, when they're afraid. That's how bioluminescent creatures react. That's when they get luminescent. You know, when they're having sex, when they're horny, when they're excited, laugh all you want. But if these creatures are bioluminescent giant jellyfish in space, there's water around the moon because they live in water. And it's also the jellyfish here on Earth, the moon jelly, by the way, moon jellyfish is the only object living in the ocean, only creature in the living in the ocean that needs the least amount of oxygen to survive. So, if there was one type of bibit creature that could be in the atmosphere around the moon, if there was water, what do you think it would be if it's not fish? You're going to see what looks like, I believe, larvae. There's lots of stuff. Like if we were really, really close there, there's also everything, I believe, from microbial, like super small to a friggin' 3 miles wide, guys. And that also is letting off gas. So this one video, I could have made research and start a whole new research channel just with this one video. And I'm telling you guys, it's not a laughable matter. There's somebody up there on the moon. And the fact that the government says that there's nobody up there is because they're hiding it. I'm not saying it's because it's them. I'm not saying it's because they're doing nefarious things, but they're hiding it. They're keeping something for themselves. And they're definitely spying on the moon people. Just beautiful. And that I got pretty close. Yeah. Anyways, I won't linger. You know how friggin' close I went. Something else reacting in the atmosphere. You're going to see some explosions as these objects drop shit on the surface. There's a war up there. UFO dropping objects that are lighting up on the surface. Hear ye, hear ye. If this is your first time watching me on Rumble, if you're not horrified by me, if you're a moon freak, you'll probably be interested in the videos. Take the time to subscribe, guys. There's greenery beside Copernicus crater. There's lots of stuff, lots of variation, guys. We can look at colors, moon bases, living organisms. We can go back and look at the fake moon landing sites. We can look at a whole bunch of things. Like I said, some people believe they went, and if they did it through a secret project, because the way they told the public is definitely not the way they went. So we got to see that beautiful spacecraft. So what do you think? There's close up. What's all the colors? That's natural. That's the moon. The moon is pink, blue, and all these colors. That's the moon is like a candy ball. And somebody said that told me the moon is just like a friggin' Christmas tree, and it is. It's completely lit up. And there's that other one letting off gas, Rumble. Here's living organism or whatever. It's an anomaly. Looks like it's got a bag or net around it. Oh, I wonder what they're picking up with a net. So now back up and imagine that they're floating on a river fishing. I like doing this because it really fucks people up because people get, it opens people's minds. He goes, what do you mean? They're not floating. They could be on the surface, you mean? Yeah. But watch what happens to it. Is that space creature urine or something busts and it dies or it's an experiment? Watch the bag. Let's just call it the bag. It's broken. 3, 2, 1. Watch what comes from it, guys. If you're not friggin' amazed by that, I am. Look at the other one bust. And at the beginning, I thought that was its shadow, but it's not. That's another object. So this object busted itself, whatever it is, and then this object busted itself. Let's see that one more time. We're almost done here. About 2 miles wide. Okay, it's expanding. It does still look like a jellyfish. So it could be a jellyfish giving birth. Watch this. There, letting the little babies go by. Fernando. What do you call them? Little babies being born in space. No, but imagine if it was really that. Yellowish glow appears. What is it? Space piss? Hope some of you are laughing. That's the only way I stay sane, guys. It's real research with some really high tech, smart theories and maybe a little bit of fun. It's not fun. I actually would think it could be space urine, but I'm going to pretend that we're just like, yeah, yeah, space urine. Yeah, right. Funny, eh? Yeah. Well, scary as hell. Okay. So now watch that bag bust. There you go. You see it? And now yellowish glow appears. Look at the other one expanding, breaks, yellowish glow appears. They're in movement. What's going on? It does look like a fishing boat with its net, eh? Let's throw the net. Oh, we're fishing. There, it's expanding. You see that? Fernando. Okay. Nope. Wrong page. Oh, did I flush everyone? You just see it. Nope, people are still there. So we're good. Nobody hates me. Nobody leaving. But if anybody does disagree with what I showed and that you have belief that it's absolutely bullshit what I showed, like I said, leave your opinion. But thanks, guys. Do it by not attacking other people here. If you want to attack me, scumbag me in the community section or in the comment section. I'm open minded. I'm a funny guy. I was a comedian that I started off with before being an astronomer. So if you guys want to fuck around and bitch a little bit with me or whatever, I'm open minded, guys. I'm not a sissy. I can take shit. But like I said, don't fuck around with the community because you'll be blocked, and that's all. I'm not going to block you because you don't appreciate the research. Just be respectful. Be respectful, but do your research. So look me up. Look around at my videos. I have a lot of variation here of a lot of things that I want to show people. And thanks to you guys, Fridays. Don't drink on Fridays because never have since I've been working. I drink coffee though. Plenty of it. Jonathan, hi man. Hope you guys appreciated all that. 3 watching on Rumble. Or that was at 8:13. That's normal. Bradley, thanks, bro, for being here. Thanks for being members, you guys, eh? Bruce, the moon has got to be a base. I agree with that theory. I got lots of theories that I agree with you guys, and that's one of it. And honestly, without being ridiculous, I think it's a spaceship, possibly a spaceship. Yeah, it's an older one, LA. These are my when you buy a hat and you get it less expensive because it's sort of freaking deformed. I think that's what's going on. No, that's back my teen hats. Now that I lost so much weight, I got like hundreds of thousands of pieces of clothes that I wasn't able to wear for longer than a week or two. Thank you very much, Bradley. I appreciate that. Love you, man. Quiet on Rumble. Yes. You know why? Lancaster that was here, I blocked his ass. You can't block people on Rumble. Did you know that? He was dumb enough to reply to me. You can only block a channel if you have a telephone with the three dots and you block the channel. I know some people that just tried it, that I told them that and they couldn't, but I saw the video. Or you have to get somebody to comment to you. And if somebody comments to you, you can go and block them. What you do is you can mute them. So all those pretend people that were here before was that one person that was talking to himself. Like I said, it's Fernando. But he was not here now, so I have no business be talking about him. Did a good fix, eh? Je les ai toutes plantées, man. Ils reviendront plus. Sont bloqués. It's got an apple and a banana. Yep. The real Wayno. Thanks a lot, you guys. Thanks for coming in. Hey, Rumble. You guys rock over there. Big Mike can't run this country, much less be a world leader. That is for sure. Big Mike. Unreal, eh? When you think of it. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Excuse me. I think so, 10 Cent. I think you're right about it. Haze Random, merci beaucoup. Thank you very much. Thanks, guys. I love the feedback, guys. I never get used to it. Saprex, how are ya? Back at you, mate. Right on, my friends. Thanks a lot. Jules, William, missing the 3 neon lights behind you. Yes, the rocket ran out of fuel, and the other 2, I forgot just quite simply to turn them on. Too bad. Wanted to show Rumble. Kermit Clemens, thanks a lot. Too much snow here in the mountains of Kentucky. Hey, could you imagine that? I don't know if you guys are like me, but the weather is upside down. We were pretty lucky here so far not to have too much snow. Nice to see you, Cyper X. I hope you guys. Hey, Happy New Year, man. Merry Christmas, guys and gals. It's not too late. We're still January. Those of you on Rumble that are looking for real researching communities that have real research videos, and it's not just, Elohim is here and he's coming there, and then it's going to do. What's with the trending guys? One person says something, and then the ball starts rolling. The shard on the moon. Then everyone's like, Bruce, did you get the shard? Did you get the shard? Yes, I got the shard, and I got 80 other objects that are even bigger than a shard. It's everyone's stuck on what other people in the past found on the moon. One guy said, get this, one guy said I was wrong about what I was saying and showing on the surface because he said somebody remote viewed that area and that's not there. So people are a bit fucked up backwards, remote viewing. Okay. I mean, with a grain of salt, I mean, we're looking at visual evidence. I'm doing the work with what you all are asking me to do. You need proof. It needs to be done like an archaeologist does, the way they examine topography and geography maps, the way they make maps. Learn about how to make maps, Bruce. Learn about how to analyze a surface. What are the distances? What are the lengths? It's not easy, so I'm working on that. But like I said, when we see a 90-degree angle on the surface that is completely looking like it's constructed, it is, because things don't form naturally in nature that big. Somebody tells me, oh yes, there are circles in nature that form. Well, it's sort of that you didn't complete the sentence, right? You're doing like NASA. They're not lying. They're just leaving out words. You can't leave out words about that. I got to complete the whole sentence. Hey, right on, Bear Post. But thanks for being here, you guys. Bought a green laser pen. Going to be giving it a try. You're going to like it. Watch your eyes. When we're out in the camper van. Oh yes, I think these things do actually work. They do, man. And when you see that you're able to point it to the moon and it bounces off the moon, be careful. Don't point to anybody's eyes. The green one is the brightest one too. So if I'm not mistaken, so it's bright as hell. Jay Budyas, thank you again for coming back, my friends. If this interests you, we are recruiting for Troll Patrols on Rumble. Thank you. Elias. Yeah, thanks for checking it out. Leah came back here all bloodied up. Thank you, Leah. I was going to come on with my my bulletproof vest because I have a. You guys know that, eh? I have a bulletproof vest in my. I put it under my coat when I leave here. Imagine a guy that does try to shoot me and goes, "Bing!" All I do is throw myself on the ground, eyes open, and pretend that the guy leaves, and you take out the big plates, and then you're home free, unless he shoots me in the head. But that's how it is. Sun come out tomorrow. William Shatner. No, sorry. William Shuttles. I'm thinking space. Bradley, absolutely. As a matter of fact, Bradley, here's a good one, guys. What if I told you that we were all living on the inside of a planet and that the inside of a planet, the exits and holes and air holes are all the stars you see? When you see the blue, it's the camouflage or it's the um, emission that is happening coming off of our spaceship. The moon could be Earth number one, and Earth can be Earth number two. We could all be on spaceships, right? All on spaceships. Thanks again, Star Hunter, for being here. Pat, man, thanks a lot, brother. Brace for war. They don't want Trump in office. It's going to be bad, dude. Hey, man, thank you so much, buddy. Thank you very much, man. Oh, yeah. Thanks again, Joel Ark. Metaphysical Mike, Sabinator, for gifting out the 10 memberships, man. Thank you so much. And you guys, you just got gifted 10 memberships. So maybe some new people are here. That's the kind of community that we are. Maybe you're here viewing from Rumble. You came over from Rumble and all of a sudden now you're a member and you have access to all the member videos. You have also all the perks that come with the members. So welcome, but do thank Sabinator, Pat, Darla, all the people that are gifting out everybody. And I really appreciate that. Ruth Kelly. And sometimes I forget some names, guys. So I got to be careful with that. And now my mouse died again. Give me a second there. Pat, thank you very much. What's the other one? He said, yeah. Why is the WEF is ruling Canada? Yep, Trudeau must go. Well, and guess what, guys? They came out with, the Republicans did in the States, Pat. They came out with they're trying to pass a law that is going to take the power away from the WF. They're going down. They're going down, down, down. And they said it very recently on the World Economic Forum. They said, if ever Trump comes in, the new world order is done with. So good. And that's what's going to happen. So the shit is going to hit the fan. We are going to see it hit the fan, that's for sure. Pat, thank you very, very much, guys. I honestly can't thank you all enough. And it's the ones that contribute here the most, that, you know, not even asking me for anything like images and stuff. Sometimes I feel that I'm not giving back enough. But I promise you guys, you inspire me to continue the videos. I have no intentions on stopping. The research is just getting better and better. And for those that are new to the channel and other platforms that don't know about very much about me, lucky sightings, guys. I'm a very lucky guy to be able to see a lot of those lights around me. And I share them with you all every chance I get. Thanks, mods, for being here too. Jackie. Yeah, it's buffering for me too, actually. Well, thank you, Darla. Absolutely. Welcome to the newcomers. Yeah, 9:30. We did a good hour and a half. We had fun. I'll be on the videos tomorrow, a whole bunch of short videos tomorrow. If you're watching on the Twitter platform, thanks a lot, you guys on Twitter, for watching the videos. When I share them with you, I'm going to share everything that's here on YouTube with you all over there. And again, on X, people say, why aren't you advertising, Bruce? Why aren't you monetized? He goes, Bruce, you're getting like 50,000 views, stuff like that. Maybe eventually I will, but I don't want that to be the source. I want you guys to understand that I'm not forcing you to subscribe to my YouTube on Twitter. It's up to you. You can just stay back on Twitter and sit back and watch a good video and subscribe to me there. But again, I don't force people to subscribe to watch the videos. I want people to see that it's a free channel, and but I'm doing the work, right? And I'm doing a lot of hours on these videos. I don't know if you have any idea how long it took me to zoom up on that properly and not have that much pixelation so that we could see it. But it's a hell of a job, guys, because I assure you, if you try to zoom up on a UFO to have it the size of the bottom of a cup, you're going to work your ass off, and most likely you're not going to be able to do it. You're going to have to adjust the exposure at one point to do that. Thanks, Bear Post. Really appreciate that, you guys. And of course, sometimes and often I'm not able to always answer. Norma is watching. Norma 2021. As always, she said that she will be watching from Rumble. So Norma, thank you very much for watching me from Rumble. I hope you're still there. You know me. It takes me so long to answer. Were you just humming that? Were you? Hey, Joel Ark, I love you for it, man. I appreciate it. I believe it's very important what I'm doing. And honestly, guys, I'd like to have a bit more subscribers so they don't kill me. Like maybe if there's like another 100,000 subscribers, like they'll be like, well, he's got 200,000 now. We're going to have to hide him, you know. But Quebec has a lot of rivers. I know, but, you know, I prefer not, you know. And Joe Ark, thanks a lot, man. I'm telling you. Thanks for connecting. Stody S, before I get off here, Rebel News and True North have great report. Yeah, True North. I listened to some of that. Absolutely. Rebel News also. Rebel News just did some really good stuff there, communicating with some elites this afternoon at Davos and everything. They were really going to town, and they don't talk. They really don't want to answer them. No one is here. Well, no one, not no one, but no one. Hey, my friend back, Bruce, dear fellow from Canada. Yes, I am Sergey, your subscriber from Russia. Thank you very much. Is it Strasvutia? I hope I'm pronouncing that right. You're going to have to teach me some Russian, my friend, by the way. I have Russian video up. I hope you checked it. You got to correct me on my spelling. Thank you, my friend. Sending love, energy, and peace to everyone in Russia. I love you guys. I hope everyone's okay there. Thanks, my friend. Mr. Osboss. Send the link on your video. I captured something crazy in my security camera. Right on. We'll check that out. People can't post links on my channel, though. Were you able to? Anytime you guys have something that you want to see, somebody to see, keep hanging out in the community. Come by, say hi. We're an online family here from all around the world, from Russia to Serbia to the Great Green Mountains. No, all the way up to Evelyn Saba, who's in New Zealand. I have a lot of people here, which is pretty cool. It always is pretty amazing. Is Steven in the house? Trolls go to bed early on Rumble. So quiet tonight. Bruce did a hell of a good fixing. Darla, everybody, you impressed? I mean, it's like crickets. And then the camera goes like this sideways, and you see that they're tied up in the chairs. Faites une petite run tantôt. Je suis allé bloquer, man. J'étais très chanceux, bro. Ça a donné la seule manière, l'innocent. Il m'a répondu un commentaire, c'était plus fort que lui, il fallait qu'il m'envoie chier. Puis dans ce cas-là, ben, j'ai pu le bloquer. I was lucky. Sergey, thanks again, eh? Thank you, Darla. Ruth Kelly in the house. Want to make a visit on Rumble? I'll be back. Hey, thank you, guys. Merci, Elias. Bradley, it means a lot, man. I'm telling you, bro. Thanks for being a member, man. A lot of you guys, I know you're not richer than me. You guys come by. You contribute on the channel. You know what I hate about this hat? That's this one here. There we go. Hey, who was born in 75 like me? You know why my hat's like that, right? Eh? Remember in school? We used to have used to be like a telescope, make a circle. And some of the kids used to make the hat sideways like a roof. My grandfather had the style of hats with a big tall hat. Looks stupid, right? And then when it came to me, it's the tight hats, hugging the head, really short on the sides, and the small palate has to be bent. And then I had my son, Brandon. And then what happens is those kids are wearing the hats back like my grandfather used to wear them, the high hats. I had kids in my bus before I get off here, guys. After I was on the medical bus, I was even driving a school bus at one point, a sideline job, and I had a 17 Bradley, 17 and 18-year-olds with Pokemon school bags, big headsets with that were pink with cat ears, and the guy had a beard, and it scared me. It's like I had to concentrate on the road. It scared me. The kids, the way they were, a younger age. The kids that are 15, 16, 17, and 18 were acting like the kids when the way we were acting when we were 10 and 12. For real. I noticed that. Here, I thought I'm going to get on the bus. I'm going to be just like the kids and we're going to get along. Kids don't get along with adults, not because they're not nice, because they don't want to get along with adults. Most of the kids. I never got gum in my hair. It was pretty good though. Get your crickets ready, folks. 2 sugars for me. Right on. 2 lumps. Dung dung. Norma, are you taking care of Rumble for me? I hope I see you again. I would assume Lancaster was drunk. And by this point, he's going to sleep it off. Good old coffee. Robert, thanks a lot, man. How come they just don't point the James Webb Telescope to the moon? A lot of answers will be given. You're absolutely right about that, especially now that they're a lot further. It would be perfect. Turn around as they're approaching or whatever, coming back. You know, it's a real joke when you think of it, eh? A real shit show. I told you I killed them, guys. They're gone. Hey, Mr. Osboss, thank you very much for sharing that, bro. I appreciate that. I had heard that there was pyramids. Is there only one? I think or something in Australia. And you said it has glyphs on it. So basically, look at it the way you want. If we go back to only the times where there's pyramids, well, and there weren't just pyramids back then. It's that we have in our head that back then the only thing left are the pyramids, but everything else was. It had to be made out of cement for the cataclysmic event, I believe. But those pyramids, oh damn, they're interesting. I'm telling you. Prepare the soup. Hey, thanks everybody. Had an amazing stream. Listen, I'm working hard to share the research, even at the streams, through the extra videos. But you guys, I hope by this point, you know that I love doing it. I love sharing it. And I hope some of you are Zoom freaks. And those that don't like getting in too close, don't be disappointed if you see a lot of really crazy Zoom ups this week. I want to exaggerate. It's free to exaggerate, right? And we can get in really close because some of you are like me and you really appreciate the effed up Zooms. I like being my nose in the moon. I like seeing stuff. So did you find it interesting in that smoke and haze? You can't see where you are, but you're seeing a whole bunch of stuff going by. It's just like you're looking in a war and you're seeing or a burning forest and you're seeing people running around the forest trying to get away. Possibly a war on the moon, guys. I'm telling you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for having stopped by the channel. Darla, everybody, I love you so much. Mods, thanks for the generous contributions. Also, everybody, we got the Rumble stream that's here, which is Norma and Alex. that came by. I buried everyone else, apparently. So what was I doing here? What was I doing? Hey, thank you very much, my friend. Bruce to the moon with coffee. I'll be up tomorrow early, all of you, answering comments. I hope you notice neglected a little of the comments. I've been doing a lot more videos, but I'm trying to produce a lot of videos. But those of you that comment a lot, Leah, Nika, all the people that comment a lot, Stephen A, Pat, and stuff. You guys always get a chance to see me say hello. I try as much as I can, but I know that you guys are the ones working harder right now in the comments. I really appreciate that. Hey, thank you, my brother. Merci beaucoup, Adeus. Thanks, Bradley. Again, bro, thanks for being a member, eh? Everything you guys do. Isn't that weird? ODNTLX. ODNTLX. It is more quiet. And it was just one person. When you hear somebody come here say, come on, boys, let's troll the shit out of Bruce, there's nobody with him. Do you think that guy has friends? He doesn't have any friends. And his mom's not going to help him troll. His mom's getting soup. Mom, I told you not to come in my room. Gosh, what are you doing? Nothing. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not trolling the Bruce's All channel anymore, Mom. I stopped trolling the Bruce's All channel. He's an idiot. I don't talk to him anymore. Ace of Space, hey, Darla. You trolls made me like this. Oh, you guys can see it? Well, all chat is because it's Bruce sees all. So it's me that's here. So it's like all me. No, it's it. I laugh when I saw the all ALL. I'm streaming my friend on Rumble, Twitter, and YouTube. So when I hook up on StreamYard, they let me know that all the platforms are together. So if there's one that's not streaming, like we had problems with Rumble, you don't see all. You only see, you don't see Bruce sees all, which is funny. Thanks again, everyone. It did, eh? Look similar to you? Did you find? I'm gonna sneeze. Yeah, it did look absolutely similar. Adam Allen, how are you? Hey, hello again, my friends. So I am going to get off. I want to thank each and every one of you for stopping by. As always, generous contributions and everything that you guys do to help the channel grow. I'm going to be here answering comments tomorrow. We're a little group that are up early, and I hope you guys are noticing that I'm getting up at 4, 5, and 6, and even 3 in the morning at times to be able to start in the videos and to prepare them. I was up this morning to prepare the video today, which is a 10-minute video. We could have talked for ages about what I showed you. And which was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section. Is it the spacecraft? Is it the jokes about Lancaster? I'm just kidding. But the gas that are coming out of those creatures and whatnot, is it not exciting for you? Me, it blew my mind away. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you all. I'll talk to you all very soon. Alex, Tilmon, mods, and for the generous contributions, I hope I didn't miss anybody. Tom, everybody, I'll talk to you all very soon. Night, Norma C. It's Don Dawkin in the house. I'm going to miss a lot of guys. Yes, is highness. In that video, we could see the magnetic field. Absolutely. Yes, Toyota landers are now a thing, and I bet you there's probably even some on the moon. Famous potatoes. I got a lot of people here I didn't even get a chance to say hello to. So sorry, guys. I'm not talking about the trolls. I'm talking about all the talk about trolls. We had over 200 in the chat or something like that, and the time wasted on them was insane for me, at least. I couldn't listen. Well, you see, the goal is Ruth Kelly here is to destroy all the people. But that's think of it. You're not going to be able um, to stop people, you know, expressing about the trolls because the trolls are what are destroying most of the channels. And I don't know if you were here the last stream, Ruth. It was pretty bad. I'm pretty sure that's why they're talking about it. Merkaba, yes. The Wheel of Dharma. Have you ever heard of that? It could be, yeah, on the moon, they say that there's an abundance of up and downs of temperatures. They say that in the craters, before I get off here, in the craters, some craters are pretty big and deep, they say, and it can descend like to the minus 400 degrees Celsius, they say, in the depths of the craters. But the worst of it, I don't believe it because in the pits, real pits, okay, holes on the moon, it's 20 degrees, 18 degrees. They just found out in the bottom of some of those things. So imagine. But yeah, people, that the goal is that people, Bruce talks about his research and hey, cat in the hat in the house. Hello. 8 or 6. Yeah, I mean, I'm the same. I have to go back. But it's weird, man. It's like even the Jews and everything, all their sign, it's like it's a Masonic sign. Take grab the Jewish sign, take off 4 lines, the 2 top triangle corners and the 2 bottom top triangle corners. You just slip away 2 little slits on top, 2 little slits on the bottom, and you're looking at the Masonic symbol. And then they're all the same. Masonics like the Jewish symbol. The Jewish symbols like the other symbol. They're all the same. All secret societies. And in the center of the Jewish star, the Star of David, there's a pentagon. You have a pentagon shape in the bloody center of it. I'm getting off here. Wish I could talk to everyone. Michael, never cease to amaze me, Bruce. I thank you. GP is here also. Sorry for missing some of you guys. It was a bit more a hectic stream. It looks like we had a lot of people here. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. John McLeland, again, thanks, man. Joel Ark, welcome to the members and everyone. Writing through Google Translator for the people of Canada. Sergey, it's good. The translator is good. That's what I use. Actually, hold on. It's not Strasvutia. What an idiot. Spasibo. What a dumbass. I forgot. Excuse me, my little voice. Spasiba. Spasiba. And those of you that are French, qu'est-ce que ça veut dire ça, Elias, en français? Si je te dis ça en français. Y es-tu bien beau ou non? C'est pas si bas que ça. Hein? C'est pas si bas que ça en français. Anyways. Sergey, I'm mixing languages, French and English language. Actually, okay, so saying. No way in living hell could I have shot that out in one go. Sergey, it took me a long time to speak Russian for one video. If I talk slow, you will understand. Sergey, you are going to teach me Russian, and I'm going to teach you Canadian English. David Lamb, new member. Thank you so much, bro. Thanks, you guys, and welcome all of you. Thanks a lot, man. Welcome, David. Really overwhelmed tonight, guys, for the amazing support that you all gave coming by, and thanks for being good trolls this stream. And like I said, I'm here to stay. And if you guys want to see more research, keep coming by the channel. This is pretty cool. We almost made it to 10 o'clock. Mods are like, stop. There'll be more videos. You guys on Rumble want me here every day on Rumble. Keep coming back and watch the videos. I'm going to be on Rumble full time. It's not something I'm going to start and quit. Every channel that I start, I maintain. The French channel died for 3 years, and I maintained it, and now it's starting to grow again. So, David, we'll talk soon, guys. Metaphysical Mike, everyone, Sabinator, Metaphysical Mike, Joel Ark as a member, Pat, 21 months now, as always, and thanks for the generous contributions, brother. David, welcome, man. And I hope all of you are going to welcome David. You'll see, David, we're a good bunch here. Lots of really nice, pretty, and kind ladies here. So this is the place to be here, guys. I love you guys. Talk soon. Bye-bye for now.